Hi guys, Sophs here and welcome back to my channel. Now, I know I was originally supposed to record this actually last week, but unfortunately, well, technically the week before, but unfortunately, I was not feeling it to record the last health vlog of June. Now, I like to usually wait until June has concluded so I can really sit and just really sit down and really talk to you about what really happened. So, to left off where we were, my nan passed away. And in that video, I did a 10-year recovery tentacle poem, which I changed some of the lyrics because I realized that I kept saying mindset and mindset, which was supposed to be mindfulness, so I rechanged that and it looks so much more better. I don't know when that video will be coming out because I really have to sit, sing, and every time when I do a singing cover, my voice just goes. So give me some time, especially with all of the anniversary covers as well. I still haven't not chosen those two covers as of right now, as I'm recording this on the 1st of July. But since then, I have made progress. So I did record the second episode of Demi's Dancing with the Devil documentary, which is episode 2, 5 Minutes from Death. Now, I recorded this on Sunday, June 20th, 2021, and I also made a massive note in making notes throughout the entire series. I do use Demi's old pronouns. Now, the only reason why I use her old pronouns is because it's more relating to the documentary. Now, I have put a little, a little bit of, a little blurb, a little bit just letting people know that I know that she came out as non-binary, that she now goes from they and them, and there's times when I get very confused, and it does take people time to get used to someone's new pronouns, and it's very true, and I'm still trying to say them or they, but every time when I say them and they, it feels like a whole group of people, and that's what, them and they always meant to me as I was growing up. And now learning, more about non-binary, it's getting a little tad confusing. There's times when, Demi is very confused, just a tad, just a little bit, as I've heard. But, it's a massive change to say them and them. And I want to put this as a note in this video that I made the note at the start of that particular video, which will be for all of the entire videos I plan to post with that 4-part documentary, including the bonus video. Just as a reference more to who Demi was when this was being filmed. A month before, she came out as non-binary. Now, I know that I'm going to tick off a little bit of Demi Lovato fans. I understand that I'm a Demi Lovato fan myself, and I feel very little bit, pissed with myself, but I'm letting people know when this comes out, I do refer to her, but as her old self, not as her new self. So I will try for out more of the thought videos and on the final thoughts of the series as well. And if I say her, I'm more referring to what was filmed in the series, not as the person that they are now. Like I said, I get very confused. A lot of us get very confused as well, and Demi said that's okay. It takes time for people to get used to someone's new pronouns, and that is all good, which is fantastic. So I want to put that as a note into this video, because I find it so important that if I don't tell you guys where I'm up to in the particular part of the series with Dancing with the Devil docu series, I'm just going to make a note in my health blogs or in other individual blogs, because I find that so much more important. And then, you know, when it starts to come out, you can go back to these videos to reference them, thinking, yep, Sophs has told us that that I'm referring to Demi's all pronouns, not to their new pronouns, because I find it very confusing. But that's okay. I'm still learning about non-binary. I'm still trying to get used to saying they and them, but that's up to me. No one else but me. So I just want to say that. But continuing on, ever since that day, it has been very tough just to stay awake all day and go to bed at night. This started probably a week ago. So around when I was recording, you know, dancing, you know, the second episode of, you know, Dancing with the Devil episode 2, I had to have a couple of mental health days. And going further into the week, I noticed that my mental health was not great. I was very depressed. I had an argument with one of my family members because I felt like that no one's trying to reach out to me, especially when I'm living with my mum who is going through her own stuff. And I know that because, you know, I noticed over these last couple of weeks how I've been and how it is slowly becoming that I can't do anything during the day. You know, I can do lots of things at night, which is pretty true. I'm already up to, you know, the third season, into almost the second collection of season 3 of Dance Moms, you know, for those 2 weeks as well. We've been going through Tuesdays at 10 p.m. our internet goes out. You know, one of the days that you will more see quite possibly on TikTok or even on one of my health blogs. Well, not my health blog, I mean my Fitness Journey Begins Again blogs. You were seeing me trying to explain the situation. I did record like 30 minutes worth of this, but it's not going on social media because, one, I do want to respect my mum. But, and there is a but, she was acting like a 5-year-old because the internet was out. Even though when it went out again this week, which is just this week's, once this week has gone, it did happen again. But instead of acting how she's been acting, she decided just to put on some audiobooks and go to bed, which I was so incredibly proud of her. And then that previous week too, we were going through some power stuff as well. And when I was cleaning on that following, you know, Wednesday, I was doing the dishes, I was sorting out clothes, you know, so the washing machine was going. Then after slowly on, the heater was on most of the day. And then when we put the dryer on, and then when I came into my room, all of a sudden it's like, power goes out. Mum, and this is when, you know, when I started to get a bit ticked off at Mum, she was extremely angry. I knew then when we couldn't put on a lot of the house on that I've overloaded the circuit. And luckily for us here in Australia, it's winter, so overnight it was fine. In the morning, Mum turned on everything except for some things, and even though that sort of killed the microwave, which that was fun, that happened, but it was all good the next day. Even though that I didn't really put on my PlayStation that night, I did put it on so I can properly turn it off, but I mainly watched my YouTube that night. And the good thing is that I paid my bill from my counselling last time, which was great, and I've been trying to pay that off for like 2 months and finally got it done. Excellent. And now when I had my appointment to talk to my counsellor, it was mainly about the communication with my family. Mainly was about how I felt after the funeral. A lot with what happened in May with my aunt, which, as you probably know, was very, very tough for me, and it really wasn't a great mental health day. I still remember as if it was yesterday, but I'm trying to learn more about how I react. And even though over this past week with me having a yell at my brother, sometimes that, our family isn't great communication, and it's really, really true. I agree with that. But when, someone else is going through, what I'm going through, trying to grieve the loss of my nan, and more people worry about your mom than you as well, it just becomes a bit bullshit, and when I had that massive yell at him, I haven't messaged him yet because I still don't know what to say. Even in the family group that we have, they were talking about, my brother moving home, Christmas and that. I'm like, yeah, you can go have fun. I'm staying home in my room. That's perfect. And even though that has been going on since last year, it's just ridiculous. As adults, we can't talk about it, which is the truth. But you can see from all the things that has been happening, even if just for the last couple of weeks, and even in this past month, I've lost my way, which is okay. When I have to feel my feelings, it's like over the place. I'm grieving at the moment. I've been really depressed, which is okay to feel. And there has been some points this month that I have been feeling a bit suicidal, but I haven't acted at all, which is always a good thing. Because when I mention that to my counsellor, I know what I've been doing for the past 10 years, and it has actually been working. Even when I look at my wrists, and I remember when I did try to, attempt, I can still see the scars. I can still see where I was at my lowest. And the positive thing of me recognizing all of this, it's helping me more and more and more, and that's what's so much more important, and I'm proud of myself, Towards the end of this month though, I tried to do some personal development. We had our extra bonus call with the inner transformation, which was excellent. Looking forward to round 3 in October. And I can't wait. Now, I'm going to reserve the rest of this in the reflecting of June, and then at least you guys have a lot more of video in June. Well, for the reflecting of June. But I have these health blogs because they're there to help me to release all of, the anger I have, to be able to, talk to myself through the camera saying, Sophs, you're doing an amazing job. Even though you may not feel like you're doing a really good job, you are. Look how you're talking in this video. Look how you're trying to, think, okay, how can I figure out the words for this situation? The situation with my mum over the past 2 weeks with the internet going out, with the electricity going out, having to take her phone away from her so she wouldn't ring, our internet company, and going absolutely insane. I did not want that, and just trying to change it, the words of that situation to something that, I've learnt from it. We can't change anything of it. We can only control ourselves. And I'm proud of how I just described that, because it proves that I am learning. It proves the growth that I've been doing for the past 5 years, It proves that I am learning, I am working, I am growing, even if I personally don't think that my family even recognizes that. As long as that I'm recognizing that, that's what matters. But anyways, thank you all so much for joining me for the last health blog of June. Just remember, all of my socials, all of my YouTube series links are all down below. Just remember, all of the music that was used in this video will also always be credited just after this part of the video ends, and where you can go also to the end card where you see a recent upload and my health blog playlist. But anyway, I'm off to go record reflecting of June, and I'll see you for that video.